It's Sunday night, live from the Big Apple to La La Land and across the universe. It's the late Joey Reynolds Show.
Swing, Joey, swing!
Burn, baby.
Joey Reynolds Show.
What a show.
You think?
That's Bobby Valli.
He might have been in there
Yes,
somewhere.
tonight. I'm wearing my Masters jacket. I won the Masters golf tournament.
You did,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was color corrected by the video
TV
department here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, Russ Markowitz and his sons. You
Yeah.
know, Russ and sons.
Yes.
And we got too many people who are telling us how to do the show from now on. And I think we need to really clean house a little bit.
We can do that.
So you're out of here.
Yeah, well. Bye.
Les Paul used to tell me when I was doing stand-up with him every Monday, he would say, there's a phone call from which means I was bombing on stage, get off the stage, you know. But it's been an exciting week for me. I was in Sarasota, Florida. I went to the John Ringling North House. You know John Ringling Brothers.
As in, yes.
They pushed the circus out of there because they didn't pay the taxes. So they don't want the and the elephants complained.
They complained, yes.
But you know they had a big winter. Well, they call it the. I don't know what they call it right now.
Well, it was the greatest show on earth,
Yeah,
but...
but the government owns it now. It's owned by the state.
Okay.
The state of Florida owns the thing, and they make a lot of money. So I went through the whole museum, and I realized that I was the freak that was missing in the circus tent.
You were over in the other ring.
I was in the other ring. But being the ringmaster of this show, you know, which is another circus, and someone printed that thing about the T word, which we don't use on the show a lot because it's a political word.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they said that if you elect a clown, expect a circus. That's what they said.
And that was at the museum.
That
you
was
saw
not
that.
on
No.
CNN. What are these stations doing? You know, they're like fighting each other over keeping everybody split, is what it is, and then they sell commercials. Of
course.
Now, have you noticed there's an acceleration of the commercials? There's more commercials on radio and television than ever
too.
before.
Oh, my God.
They can't make any
crazy.
money because they don't have the political money coming in, you know, from all the sponsors. Nobody's running for office right now. They're running from office.
And they wonder why people aren't watching television
People
like they
are watching
used to.
TV. They're watching it on their phone.
Yeah.
And we have a simulcast, triple cast here. You know, we're on the radio, the television, and the internet. People are watching this and listening to that if they want to. You know, it's available. It's a stream.
A lot of different ways.
You just go to SundayNightLive.com, and you know people are imitating us now. Shotgun Tom is on KABC with his own show.
Really?
Friday nights.
Rat
Did you
Fink?
know that?
No, yes, I did. I
He
did.
started out as my announcer.
That's right.
This is what happened.
Now he
here.
gets his own show.
Yeah, he's got his own show. He's actually doing better than me. Better time.
Right.
Now, we follow a diet show in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's on in L.A. before us, but it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, everybody's in the game.
We are an oasis in a big field.
A cesspool.
Yes.
But anyway, we have a different kind of an idea of what radio and television ought to be, and we're doing it every week
Yeah,
here. You know,
absolutely.
at 9 o'clock at night on
In New
East
York.
Coast time. I wonder how many people just come back again to this thing. You can't tell.
Well,
On the internet, you know, because there's impulses on it, you know. And sometimes people are doing other things, like my daughter who's growing medical marijuana.
yeah.
She discovered this week she has rats.
Get out
Well,
of here.
it's spring. And, you know, you bring out the spiders and the rats
She has rats? Where are the rats?
in her room.
In her room? Really? Really? I didn't know that.
I am bothered by those rats in my room.
Yep.
By those dirty little rats in my room.
She's calling you now, probably.
Rats in my room.
You should turn your cell phone off when you're on the air.
So she has rats in the room with the pot?
Does.
So she has high rats?
No.
No. Wait.
This is a high rent.
Oh.
No, the rats do not. Well, for some reason, rats don't care about getting loaded.
Really?
Yeah. They're looking for cheese.
Oh.
And some of the things that the rats will eat are, not, you know, this is an unpleasant subject. We shouldn't be talking about my daughter's lifestyle. You know, I mean, she is a gardener.
Yeah, right.
And then the roaches.
And you're full of fertilizer. So
The roaches are really from the marijuana. But that's another. We use those expressions,
Right.
Did you just hear Kiss? Gene Simmons was making a comment about Chuck Berry on the
Yeah,
news.
yeah.
You can always tell when they're out of news on radio and television. They start giving the movie totals.
Oh,
If you say Sleeping Beauty did $40 million, you can bet the next week it's going to do $150 million because they just did all the ads.
Yeah, but does anybody really care how much a movie makes?
People are sheep. They will follow anything. There's a line that follows a line. You think you got to get in line when there's a line. That's the way it is in New York. You see it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
People will follow a line. When we get to that place here where we have something that they want,
They'll have a line outside of Madison Square Garden.
well,
Instead of seeing the Rangers,
Adele.
they'll be seeing us.
well, I'll have one name again.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
really.
Here comes
trouble.
The Terminator is here. Pat Cooper says, "Where do you want me?"
Pat, come right over here.
Over here. Sit down, Pat. Yeah. He came in here. Yes. Happy Palm Sunday. So Don Rickles passed away.
And we're going to play something from him right now. Before we talk to Pat, we're going to play something from Don Rickles.
Okay. Here it is.
Here it is.
There it was. It was a wonderful piece. I'm glad you did that.
In the back row. It's great, Jay. A smart shishi crowd here. Look at they're all in their underwear.
Well, Don, how have you been? None
of your business.
Really?
And I don't want to wait that long next time, huh?
You want to come out right away?
That's right. I don't need to watch you work out with your little trick-or-treat stuff. Don't make it, for crying out loud. Bring out a guest and have a little class.
Bring out a guest?
Kira Sedgwick, whatever.
Yeah.
She's backstage now doing push-ups, trying to keep her mind occupied. Anyway, good
What
to
was
see
her
you,
name
Jay.
again?
Who cares what her name is? Kevin Bacon's wife. What do I care?
Well, you're Jewish. That's Kevin Bacon.
What does that got to do with it? What, are you taking names?
Well,
all
no,
of a
I
sudden?
figured it's Bacon, and that's a separate...
What is this, a Nazi movie? We're taking
Don Rickles.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Anyway, he's great. And Pat Cooper is the last living insulting comic in the world.
Well, no, I don't think so. I never insulted anybody. I hated. If you're gonna insult, don't. That's boring.
Well, you know what he gave me here just before you get on your rant. Let me just tell you what Jay set me up with. He gave me a list of all the Jewish comics. There's like 2 others left.
Well, they were the greatest. I will tell you that, Joe. We lost a great one, and I got emotional because people don't know that this man is probably the last of that kind of greatness.
Yeah.
And I put him with the Burls, with all those great Jewish comics. And I said to this man, I said, Don, I love you. Please, you're not good for a series. You're not good for movies. And he says, why? I said, very simple. If you get a half-hour show every week, you can only say, hockey puck once, and your show is over. But when you work in theaters and you're on the Johnny Carsons, you can be that guy forever.
Yeah.
You have your own. You are your own series. What the hell do you want to go? He goes, well, Bob Newhart. Screw Bob Newhart. I said, you are one of a kind. There will never be another like that. I said, so what is the problem? Now, Mr. De Niro and this other guy there that got thrown off NBC, they honored Don Rickles 3 times in 1 year. And not one of them got a smile or a laugh. Robert De Niro, as a disgraziata, to go up there and try to be funny. This other guy from the NBC, another guy who said they were after me with the it's just one of the hill.
Oh, is it Matt Lauer?
What was his name?
Matt Lauer.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Just whatever.
So Don Rickles turns around, God love him, not feeling good, and had a grin on for the 3 times that they roasted him, because Don didn't pay attention. First of all, didn't know what De Niro. He's got a rhythm. You know where his rhythm in his pants, and he lost that. Now, Don, listen, you go over to a man like De Niro and say, Robert, I love you. It's over.
Oh, yeah.
Please listen to me. You're stupid to what you do. You can't try to make Don Rickles laugh. I said, I got the 2 movies with you. I made you raw, but, that's enough. But when you guys think that you can, he made a movie called The Comedian. How dare you? How dare you come into my world? How dare you? I said, I don't come into your world. But Rickles, He didn't hear what they were saying. They were honoring him, but by the third time they were putting him down and didn't realize it. Because, excuse me, this man, I love him so much because he said, you know, Pat, I pray to God people who are not funny don't go on the stage, because if I see that, he says, I get up, I got to walk out. He said, I can't see that. How dare they get up there and come into my world? And he was right. He was right. And there are kids today, God bless them, they're nice, they're wonderful and everything, but they're wasting our time. You know, I'm 88. I have no more time to say, oh, look, you hear what he said yesterday? He said, the. He said, what? He said, the. He says, now he wants a series. So this is what it is. I get hell because I open my mouth and say what's on my mind. Now they say what's on your mind, you're boring. Everybody's saying it's on your mind. They hate everybody today. When I did it, they said that Pat's crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm 88 years old sitting here. I gave up pasta to come here.
You are crazy.
No, but I say, Joe, I had the pleasure of living in that era.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right?
wait. You know, Don Rickles is one of a kind, and so are you. I mean, there's nobody like you.
No. Let me tell you why. Because I mean, the Burrows, all of them came to my home in Vegas, and I mean, I was a kid. I didn't belong in show business. I'm getting ready to work with Tony Martin up in Reno.
Singer.
No. He's a bricklayer.
No, he was a singer.
I know he was a singer.
They don't.
For those who
All right, I get there 3 days early.
Yeah.
And there's George Burns getting ready to close the show in 3 days. Dorothy Provine drops out, and George Burns calls me. You know, I mean, me. I'm just getting off Jackie Gleason. He said, Pat, George Burns. I said, George, tell me, stop busting my show. What, George? I thought he was kidding. He says, I'm in trouble. What's the matter, Mr. Burns? I need 15 minutes in my show. He says, Dorothy Provine left. I said, well, you're George Burns. Can't you do 15 minutes? He goes, no, hey, I need 15 minutes. I said, I'm opening with Tony Martin in 3 days. I can't do it. He said, what? I said, I can't do it because I'm working for him, and I'm not going to go on your show. He said, what? What do you mean? I said, you have to talk to Tony and get it clear. He said, what? I said, you heard me. I have respect for that man. How dare you? Calls Tony Martin. He said, Pat, I love you. I said, I ain't going to do it unless you tell me. And I did it.
Oh, good.
Because Tony told me.
Yeah.
You don't see that no more.
Oh, you have loyalty.
It's not loyalty. It's right.
Yeah, well, loyalty
I mean, George
is right.
Burns, I respected. I didn't lose respect for George Burns. I don't have respect for none of them. But don't tell me you want to need 15 minutes. You're George Burns. You can't. If you just go for 15 minutes, they're going to love you anyway. And he turned around and I mean, when I opened at the Copa, he was sitting ringside. And he said to me, he says, can you give me 7 minutes? He said, Judge. But this is what I'm trying to say. You don't see that no more.
Yeah.
It's with machine guns. These kids, 30, 40 years old, they're retiring or they go, we had to earn our laugh.
Why don't we see you do this anymore?
Because I had tinnitus attack and I'm pushing 88. And Joe, I don't miss it. I hate to say it, but I don't miss it because I'm as funny as I'll always be. I was never born to be a stand-up. I was born funny. Never heard of a stand-up. My father goes, you're out of order. And I go, what do you mean? You're up, but keep your mouth shut there. And then I'm saying something funny, and my mother's biting my shoulder. And I said, Mom, all the way down is the softer meat.
Do you think the society is as funny now as when you first began?
No, I'm selfish. There's no yesterday. There's no more yesterdays. We had them. Now, these kids got to earn their yesterdays.
Yeah.
You're talking about giants. We're talking about people that you're never going to hear about who made thousands of dollars but were funny, never worried about a series. They made living. But now it's a big thing. You want to bet $30,000? I don't get how to bet $30,000. I never had a bet for $12. But that's okay. It's their turn.
Now you call John Galasso almost every day, and you
Well, he's
you do the news. You do your version of the news.
Well, you got to help him.
I know. So what would you do today? What would you pick on? Who would you pick on?
Me?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
I said to you, Donald Trump is going to close after 2 years. And people said I'm out of my mind. The biggest mistake he made wasn't what he did the Thursday. The biggest mistake is now he's going to blow up the world. His ego. He's going to take everybody apart. He's going to start with Staten Island because he has no sense of direction.
Well, at least it'll ruin the toll on the bridge.
That's true.
Did you hear what he said to the Chinese guy this past day?
No.
He says, column 3.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Pat Cooper.
Wake up and see now if you had a My Pillow, you'd be asleep by now. Listen to me. This is part of the Joey Reynolds Show. Is brought to you by My Pillow and the promo code Reynolds 50% off offer. Go to mypillow.com for all the details.
This is Sunday Night Live with the late Joey Reynolds Show.
Be a part of the high-paying, fast-paced real estate industry. Leap EDU makes it easier than ever. Announcing the new Leap EDU New York Real Estate License Pass and Pay program. Now it's easier than ever to become a New York real estate professional. Enroll today in the new Leap EDU exclusive Pass and Pay program. There is no money up front, no money at the end of the training. In fact, you owe nothing until you pass the real estate exam. There's no catch, no hidden fine print, just huge opportunity. Be a part of the high-dollar New York real estate elite. Leap EDU offers the full 75 hours of training at no upfront cost to you. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get all the details, including class start dates and times, at leapedu.com. That's leapedu.com. Or call 844-303-5327. Classes fill up quickly, so go now to leapedu.com. That's leapedu.com.
PinkTide.org invites you to be a part of a night of rock and roll for a cause. Join Grammy Award-winning lead singer of Creed, Scott Stapp, as he headlines the 5th annual PinkTide.org Business Professionals Networking for a Cause event. You can be a part of one of the fastest-growing charitable networking organizations in the area. PinkTide.org brings together a network of like-minded business professionals who want to do well by doing good, positively impacting our community. On May 22nd at the Crest Hollow Country Club in Woodbury, New York, join over 2,500 business leaders and music lovers as the voice of Creed, Scott Stapp, makes his return to New York. This exciting event benefits the Don Monte Memorial Research Foundation, leaders in the fight against cancer. Be a part of the memorable night as PinkTide.org plans to raise over $500,000 in one night. Don't miss Scott Stapp, the voice of Creed, on May 22nd. For information about tickets and more, visit pinktide.org. That's pinktie.org.
I want to thank my friends for hosting me in Sarasota this last week. I went to the John Ringley Museum with my friend Jim Boldebook, who does a lot of the car agency stuff. And he admired my pillow.
Oh, he did?
I stayed in their house, and I brought my pillow.
You brought your own pillow?
I did.
Your pillow, my pillow.
Yeah.
You brought my pillow to
and I don't
somebody's
going to
house.
use their pillow. You know,
No.
it's hygienically not correct.
Right.
You know, I mean, at least change the pillowcase.
Exactly.
And that's what I do. And you put the pillow in the washer, and it usually, if you're living in California, you run into the maid who's in there because she's Mexican. But you got to be a little bit careful about what they're doing with the help these days.
Okay.
My pillow should not be next to what I just said.
No, not at all.
They don't like being politically tied into anything.
Tell us about your my pillow.
No, will you stop directing the show? Sit down. What are you, the program director?
I am
what the
sitting
hell
down.
is this? You do this all the time. The guy sits here and wants to move me along. Why would you do that? Try doing that with Pat Cooper. I'd like to see you wave your arms with him.
Yeah,
you'll see that your hand will get bitten off.
Fine.
So the My Pillow is a sponsor of the show, and they have a wonderful product. Now, there are people who are getting into these cottage industries. I use Harry's razor. I use that guy with the pillowcases now. I mean, the sheets. And everybody's trying to jump into something.
Yeah.
But the one who's the most adventuresome and the most successful is My Pillow. This guy had an idea that this is the city that never sleeps is a lie. This city sleeps. It's been asleep through 2 mayors. And a bike lane. That guy who put the bike lane, it was a Bloomberg, right? Yeah, because he must have been to Amsterdam, which is famous for dikes and bikes. And so is New York's getting that way too now. But you know, we have this My Pillow commercial that I'm ruining today. I'm going to give you the phone number to call and buy one of these things because you'll get a 4-pack now if you call, 50% off. I'll give you the phone number, and it really works. I mean, you know, you have a good night's sleep. If you sleep on your side like I do, you know, this is ideal. Now, the reason I say that is because it's just constructed the right way. I don't know why. I know that they have that. What do they call that thing with the foam that you sleep on?
It's got the right
What do
feel.
they call that thing that you sleep on? The body foam, body.
Yeah,
body what?
Yeah.
The mattresses they're making. I forget the word that they use to describe it. But what is it? Memory foam. Yeah. All right. This one here. Forget the memory.
Yeah.
You know, this is something you got to just remember the phone number. Give them a call for the body pillow. Never mind the body foam, and you know, they got them in shoes now, you know, so that you step on the thing and it remembers what your footprint was before if you didn't step on someone. So here's the number now for My Pillow. It's 800-953-4107.
And use the promo code Reynolds.
Yeah, and then you'll get the 50% off.
All right,
there it is. And go to mypillow.com if you want to buy this thing. All right.
Sunday Night Live with the late Joey Reynolds Show. We're on 77 WABC New York, 790 KABC Los Angeles, and the iHeartRadio app.
As children begin to explore and see what's behind the big green door.
See what's behind the
Is
green
that Peter
door.
Weedfald?
That is our guest.
No,
right
no,
here.
I know who he is. I mean,
smokes.
is that your music? Did you make that?
That's my music, yes.
You made that in Club Weedfald?
In Club Studio W. I am honored beyond belief.
No, you're
Thank
great,
you.
Peter. You're great. Now, Peter was
Big
a concert
Jay.
pianist at about 12 years old. Played Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
And all the music we've played of him through the years has been classical. I know you and I go to the Beatles show, so we like the Beatles show in Las Vegas.
Yes, the Love Show.
Yeah, the Love Show is
Sure.
great, and you never get over it. I mean, it's just great. And now you're in that groove. You're in that groove.
I'm in the groove because I believe in creativity.
I know.
And creativity and imagination, as we know, allow you to escape the predictable, which is in business, at home, with your children, with your grown-ups, with raising money, with being on the radio. Everything's creativity. And you know what the sad story is?
What's that?
Jay and Joey? We don't teach creativity. We don't dose in it to our children. And we need to start doing it. Can I take over the educational system?
Go ahead.
I'll set it up right away.
You're on.
Right? So,
Yep.
so music is just an extension. On the weekends, it helps me to sort of muscle up and get ready and refreshed for a really rough and tumble, great business week ahead. And so that's why I enjoy it.
Well, you're always on a plane, what you call the silver bullet.
Yes.
And you travel the world, and you speak for Sharp.
Yep.
And you are one of the best marketing guys in history ever.
you're
And I
very
know that
kind.
you, well, I can say it because it's true. You won't say it about yourself. You're a little too humble. But you know, the thing with Green Rain Leadership, which is a book that you wrote a few years ago, and it's perfect because we're living through that. We're living through these experiences of the weather and the social conditions. This is thinking green. You know, there's a film that I saw. I just want to mention this for. It's called American Dream, and they gave someone $25. And he's supposed to live off of it for a month. You know what I would do if they gave me $25? Go right over to Whole Foods. That'd be it. That'd be done. Done. Or we call it whole paycheck.
Oh, my God.
But, you know, Whole Foods was in the place where you built the Samsung Hands-On Center in the Time Warner building in New York.
Yeah.
And Samsung now has a new refrigerator that's called the Flex. Did you know that?
I know all about it.
You open the door, and it's got a couple of your old employers in there.
Close and stiff.
Yeah, well, guess what? Pretty soon there'll be about 50 billion IoT devices, Internet of Things, sensors in everything we have in about 10 years from now.
Scary.
So everything will talk. While you and I are talking right now, your jacket will be talking to me. I'll be saying to your jacket, I love green. I wrote a book called Green Rain Leadership, and your jacket will say back,
Well, that's
sorry
good.
to hear about that.
It's because I won the Masters tournament today.
You won the Masters
You didn't know that? Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
You got the green jacket.
I'm
huh?
a master in BS.
Well, I'm the master of disaster sometimes,
Yes.
but it's all good, you know. And by the way, speaking of good, how about great?
Greatest.
It's good to be great, and to watch what you've done, just to watch your tenable position every time. And you know, you think about it, Jay. I talk about it all the time in Green Rain Leadership, my book. You have to learn to lose before you can learn to win.
And you have something in there, too, which it's in Chinese now, right?
Yeah, so I have a book here.
Let me see. I got to see that. That's all right. Pull it out.
By the way, you're in the book. So
I am?
this is my original book.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah, this one I have.
And now-
This is great.
You're on page 124.
See if
In
you
the
can find it,
Chinese?
Joey.
This is a Chinese version
it's
of it?
in Mandarin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's
And,
funny because you were the first only Caucasian on a Korean board when you were with Samsung.
That's right. I made the board of directors. Yes.
So you went from Korean to Japanese, which is sharp.
Yes, and they're what a great, wonderful company and culture. It's beyond belief.
And
I'm so
your
fortunate.
electronic genius has given us now the relationship with the Chinese, because you built a television set when you had GE, when you had your great company. I can say this
Sure.
about you because I have one of those TVs. The prototype would take the commercials and keep them at the same level as the show.
Yes.
And that was a great idea. Plus, there were a lot of things on that. You know, you would not get fatigued from watching it because the light was right. What happened to that television?
Well, so the other part of it too was we put a Broadcom hyper sensor in there, so your channels would change very, very quickly. You ever have a TV and the channels sort of change sluggish?
Slow, yeah.
Nobody likes that. So what happened is everything has evolved. If you think about the hyper-changing short product life cycles of TVs, of displays, of technology, price points, everything is changing so rapidly, Joey. It's almost as if we're in the throwaway business. And the most important part of all this is that as technology evolves and changes, really the goal is to make sure it's in everybody's hands.
Yeah.
So part of it, which Joey, you and I have worked on many, many charities together. There's all kinds of charities. There's charities to give back to those who need help. There's charities for having a big heart for people who just don't have what we have. There's a big heart that we need to have because you know how they say, I think it's the Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal, all women are created equal. Well, if you're a little boy who was born without a leg, you're not equal. If you were born blind, you're not equal.
Right.
So we have to figure out through technology, through money we can raise, every dollar from the book goes into a child's charity so we can give back for the hearts of the innocent so everyone becomes equal very, very quickly. So you know that I love that charge, and I love to give back, especially for children.
Well, now the Green Rain Leadership, if we want to, I want to give it a little plug here, shameless plug.
Sure, thank you.
We go to your site. What do we go to? I mean,
Well,
I
you
have your
can-
email, but I don't want to give that on
so,
here.
So the book is actually offered in 11 countries now. The 12th country is China. Now you see it, Joey. It's in Mandarin. You're on page 124. And you can go to Amazon.com. You can go to BarnesandNoble.com. Just go to any online book provider or go to the stores, and you'll be able to find Green Rain Leadership. And what it's really all about is to find ways to utilize leadership to give back, utilize leadership to build competitive advantage. Most importantly, utilize leadership to bring a bunch of people together under the umbrella, the ribs of the umbrella of a brand, a company, a people, and make them happy, make them stronger, make them better, make them more productive, and make them love what they're doing. That's Green Rain Leadership, spelled R-E-I-N, Green Rain Leadership.
Now, we've got somebody here, Vincent Wolanin, who's got the private sky. He's another guy from, I know him from Florida, Fort Myers, where he has the Gulf Stream.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's flying a lot of famous people around. Did he ever take you around?
No, but you know what I did? When he sent an email out, so he's a great publisher, too, about being on the show tonight, which I enjoyed. I looked him up immediately on LinkedIn, saw what he did and his success and what a good, solid leader he is, and decided, you know what, this guy's a guy I got to meet. So I actually asked him to link in with me, and we're now connected. So I'm blessed.
Well, you both have something in common that you probably weren't thinking about, and you have wonderful daughters. Tara is your daughter.
Yes.
She's a Peter Jr. You know, I mean, she's got all of his strength, and then Vincent Wolanin has a few of them. And his one daughter is on the charts now with Billboard with a
Got a hit record?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
What's it called?
Fantastic.
You're the disc jockey.
Never say no.
Okay, thank you. Because I always have to test him.
He's always doing that.
So hi, Vincent. How are you? Meet Peter Weedfald.
I met him outside.
You met him outside.
Vincent, you
We had a
notice
great
he's in
talk.
great shape, too. He works out, I can tell. He's
He's
a man that's smart.
And he just came back from Poland.
Wow.
Which is like Buffalo.
Actually, Poland is very interesting. You all should go there sometime. It's amazing. The redevelopment of what's going on in Warsaw and those places, it's absolutely amazing.
Well, you know, Don Rickles, we were saluting him a little while ago with Pat Cooper. What he said to me, he says, "You're from Buffalo. Why can't you be from normal parents?" Buffalo has a big Polish population,
yeah,
as
for
does
sure.
Chicago as
Yes.
well. And I think Warsaw lived through. I mean, that society really came through like champs after World War II, and you know, communism. I think they pulled it out pretty good. I think. Wouldn't you
yeah,
say?
for sure. Yeah, and they like talking to Americans. It's a lot of fun to be there, go around and meet the people. They love sitting and talking to Americans.
And they gave us a Pope.
For sure.
So not too bad.
Not too bad.
I want to remind you of something too. You know, Peter came up with something on Sharp, which is an air cleaner. What's that thing called?
It's actually called a air purifier. It's PCI technology, which is plasma cluster ion technology. What it basically does, it takes positive and negative ions, goes through the entire system of a room, and will actually reduce dramatically bacteria, virus, pet dander, all kinds of problems in the air. It's not only about that, Vincent, it's also about the fact of educating America. You know, people actually buy fans, regular fans, and they stick them in the corner of the room, and what does the fan do? Takes all the virus and dog dander and bacteria and bad stuff, caca on the floor, shoots it up into the air, into our respiratory systems, and then you get a virus or you have a cold or the flu, and someone raises their hand and says, "Oh, you have the flu. Did you get the flu shot?" "No, I didn't get the flu shot." "Oh, that's why you have the flu." "Excuse me, hello, McFly.
There you go.
You have the flu because you turned a fan on, and your little kids playing on the floor got all the bad stuff into their nostrils that went through their larynx, that went through their respiratory system, that went all the way through their entire body. So it's time to start being a docent and educating the world on the art of the possible of staying healthy, and it's not just about getting a flu shot. Sorry, Joey.
No, I was thinking about how the airplanes, the private sky here.
Actually, there's one being developed right now and for airplanes similar to the one using the technology you're talking about that they use in hospitals. So a friend of mine was working on the patent for that, and he passed away, but that is in the works.
There's something else in common with these two gentlemen I want to point out.
Yeah.
Is they're both philanthropic. I mean,
Vincent, that's why we put them together.
Yeah, and tonight. Vincent, of course, has been doing something.
I was going to ask him for money.
Well, the Rockin' Christmas Fund.
Yeah, come on.
No.
Joey, if we had your money, we'd throw our money away. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I play with Monopoly money. You know that Peter Weedfald and two names here, and Vincent Wolanin, these are two great people that happen to be together on the air. It's a real privilege. I want to take a picture with you guys. You're two of my favorite people in the world. And I've introduced you to Mike Cave, who has the Pink Tie organization. And now Mike wants to buy a couple of those purifiers. What's it called again?
It's called a air purifier, PCI, plasma cluster ion technology. I've got one going to Big J's place already. It's already on the docket, man. Are you kidding me?
Well,
got to keep him and Andrea healthy and strong.
Mike wanted to buy them. This is different.
What? Oh, sorry, Jay. I'm taking the ones I was giving you. They're flying over to Mike Cave.
They're expecting a baby. They want to have one of the babies.
By the way, sidebar. If Mike Cave, I mean this on the air, off the air. If Mike Cave wants two for his house, I will personally buy them. I will, just like I'm buying yours. I will personally buy them because he's not going to pay for them. He's got a huge, huge behemoth, mammoth, refulgent, urbane, best of breed, August and Ken leadership, heart, and mind for what he does with Pink Tie.
Yeah.
So someone needs to do something nice for him, and I'll do that for him.
Just get me his address. Nice for him. I'm going to resign today.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Did you bring Kid Kelly with you?
No, he couldn't come.
Well, he's the guy that's on XM, right?
Correct.
That's the enemy, the satellite that covers the world. All right. You know, I would ask one question if I were at the NAB. They had their convention this week. I'd love to speak. They'll never ask a guy like me because I'm a little bit too much of a rebel. But I would get up and I would say, you want towers or you don't want towers? That's the only question I would ask.
Yeah.
If you want towers, you got to serve the community that you're in. And if you don't want towers, get yourself a satellite.
Yeah,
Why are we bothering with everybody owning these towers that they don't serve the community with? I mean, they're just using them for phone companies. Don't we get them off of phones?
Yeah, for sure.
Towers or the phone?
Joe, you're too smart. You're way too smart. Your sagacity knows no bounds. By the way, let's get back to the center. Vincent wants me to say to you, I'll say it for you, Vincent. He says that you have a really great dynamic way of never letting your heart battle your mind. And that when you think about things, you come out so creatively, which is why I think so creatively, because I'm watching you. But Vincent loves it. He's quiet. Him and I are the same. Although we're both happily married, we're perfect couples, right? I've got the big flapping lips, and he's got the intelligence. Imagine what we could do together, Joey. But the point is, Jay, never let your heart battle your mind. Stay down the middle of the road.
Okay.
And Jay, we have to take a break
We
right
do,
now.
yes.
Only on that compliment. 'Cause
That's
I don't
right.
want him to buy it back.
The Late Joey Reynolds Show brought to you by V8PE.com, where you're going to find the best vaporizers, sweetest juices, and more. Join the Cloud Chasers at V8PE.com.
This is Sunday Night Live with the Late Joey Reynolds Show.
Give the gift that gives back all year long. Let Plainview Chocolate Works create a delicious, unique, and irresistible custom-branded gift made of the finest quality Belgian chocolate. Plainview Chocolate Works takes your personalized gift to a sweet new dimension. Imagine your logo, business card, or sentiments as a custom edible creation, making a lasting impression on clients, family, and friends. Specializing in one-of-a-kind 3D chocolate sculptures, customized gift baskets for any profession or occasion, dipped to perfection platters, handmade truffles, and more. Let Plainview Chocolate Works showcase your brand or marketing message in the most creative way as you offer appreciation to clients and wow potential customers. Love chocolate charity and giving back to the Long Island community? 5% of your Plainview Chocolate Works gift purchases are donated back to pinktie.org, whose efforts support charitable organizations in our local community. Call 516-252-3855 today and visit pinktie.org to learn more about how your gift purchases are making a difference.
New vape values at V8PE.com, the nation's leading website for vaping and cloud chasers. Become a cloud chaser or give as a gift the brand new Eye Care Liquid Clarity Welcome to Vaping package. Everything you need, a black starter kit by eLeaf, and a bottle of the best tasting juice available, Liquid Clarity, a $40 value, all just $29. But that's not all. If you go right now to V8PE.com and enter promo code SPRING, that's promo code SPRING at checkout, the shipping is free too. V8PE.com. Everything vaping, including the Eye Care Liquid Clarity Starter Kit for just $29 with free shipping when you use promo code SPRING. Vaping can help the loved one to quit smoking, and the Eye Care Welcome Package is the perfect way to get started. Go to V8PE.com, use promo code SPRING, and get your $40 starter kit for just $29. V8PE.com.
Are you in debt? Can't make your monthly bills? Are you making your payments but the balances aren't going down? Bankruptcy might be right for you. Don't be fooled by debt consolidation. The process is expensive and can take as long as 5 years. Debt consolidation is a business. Bankruptcy is the law. Go now to nybankruptcy.com. Schedule a free consultation with a duly licensed attorney. Don't put your financial life on freeze for 5 years. Start rebuilding your credit in as little as 90 days. Debt settlement? Most people can't settle their debt because they don't have the money. Bankruptcy is your fresh start. Go now to nybankruptcy.com to schedule your free consultation. Your financial life will be reviewed by a duly licensed New York attorney. Each case must be reviewed and there are rules that apply. Not all debt is dischargeable. Not all people will qualify. Bankruptcy is not the end. Bankruptcy is the beginning. Visit nybankruptcy.com today.
You can listen on air or online. Plus, watch the Late Joey Reynolds Show right now with streaming video at SundayNightLive.com.
Yeah, I used to be on all night on WOR, and Steve Hofstetter used to come by. He's here tonight. And also, I was a Chinese in the last life. I was known as On Too Long.
Well, now you're in Mandarin, too. So.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm, well, and Chinatown is merged with Little Italy. You know, they got a great restaurant there called Fungoose. You know, we got Vincent Wolanin is here. Hi,
I miss
Vincent.
you, Joey.
How are you, Joe?
I want you to meet Steve Hofstetter.
I met him outside.
Yeah, he threatened my life. He's a big dude.
No, I said to him, did you know that Joey said we're going to fight when we get in there? You're supposed to put up a fight?
I told him I would only fight with my words.
And they're good.
So anyway, before I left yesterday, our brand department, Michael Egan, got together. We got this thing called a swag bag box, but it's really not. This is all we could afford, this envelope. But this shirt is...
Oh, they never say no. The Whitney Wolanin shirt.
Yeah.
So this is created because the whole song is about sexual predators taking advantage of females.
Yeah.
That's what the song is about.
I think to get it on camera, you got to throw it over here, I think. Do you,
No,
guys?
this way.
Is
No,
it all
this
right?
way. This way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you
you
go.
go.
Yeah, you gotta realize
Never
we're under
say no.
surveillance here.
Yeah.
This is a real television show.
We're not going to play the song now because your daughter's going to come on the show on
Yeah.
a future show.
Correct.
I still am very excited about the purifier thing from the last segment. I wanted one because I was like, if it works, great, and if it doesn't work, eBay.
Yeah.
So win-win, guys. Good to see you, Joe. It's been so long.
So where are you working? Oh, you were doing something. You came over here tonight.
Yeah, I was just doing a show at Broadway Comedy Club. I'm in the middle of the largest grassroots comedy tour that's ever been done.
Ever?
Yeah, 65 cities in 18 countries, all grassroots, all like we.
Don't use that expression. My daughter grows medical marijuana.
Fair enough.
She
Yeah,
says
grass
it's-
and root. All fan-driven. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
They voted on which cities I go to based on pre-sales, and then I just am going all over the world. It's been amazing.
Well, you're great. You're great, and you've had a couple books out. I like the one about school.
I appreciate that, but the real first book, because those were like one of those like one step up of self-publishing. It was like a miracle that the words weren't crooked on the page. But this is, they just announced it. I have a book coming out in spring of 2018 with Abrams.
Yeah.
Under their Amulet imprint, and it's basically about how I sucked in college, and then I found comedy as a way out.
Oh yes, and you also are very funny with being clean, which is amazing.
I do what I can.
Not all the time.
Yeah, I do. Well, here's the thing. I'm clean. Like, it's that I curse, but I'm clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff where all I have to do to be clean is not curse. It's not like I'm the material, the subject matter is filthy. I'm just a New Yorker, and I like certain words.
Yeah, and we have a clip of him.
Well, I know. He's believe me, I've heard enough of him. I need to have a clip.
Oh.
Steve is in California, living in L.A. now, right?
I am. I'm living out in Studio City. I'm a regular at the Laugh Factory. I have a show there every Friday night, a residency there, and I'm now executive vice president of film and TV for the Laugh Factory. So we're doing
say something now. We're on KABC, you know. So tell those guys.
We're going to be out there.
They're all stuck on the 405 listening to you.
Well, the main thing, everyone always is stuck on the 405.
And the 101.
Even if you take the 101, you're stuck on the 405.
That's right, exactly.
It's actually, I'm filming my brand new comedy special at the Laugh Factory on May 27th on a Saturday night. But any given Friday that I'm not on the road, I'm in LA at the Laugh Factory. So come on by. And it's my favorite club in the world. I love it so much.
Well, you know, wherever you are, you're funny because you're a funny person. Like Pat Cooper said earlier, you know, he's
He
born
said that about
funny.
me?
No, he said that about him.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he takes some other people's pictures with a selfie.
He's a legend, and it was fun to talk to him in the hall.
Yeah. Now here he's on the way out. He's 88. You know, on the way out of the stand-up comedy world. I'm talking about. He says, "Don't come into my world." You know, my world.
Yeah.
But you're the new world. You are the new comedy world.
You were like the first person to publicly believe in me.
Really?
Like there were other people who were like very privately like, hey, I think you're gonna do great. But you went on the air early on in my career and you were like, this is the guy. This is gonna be the next guy. And it's been the last year especially, things have been great. I had a couple videos go viral and really changed my life, and now, you know, bunch of TV stuff, and Joey called it before anybody else did.
Well, you know what? If I had my way, and I don't, I'm not Lorne Michaels, I'm not Canadian, I would have put you on The Tonight Show instead of Jimmy Fallon. I hate to say it that way because I don't mean to say anything against him, and we shouldn't, because he's also very brilliant at what he does, which is sketch comedy.
Stuff,
Yeah, but screw him. He's not me.
No, he's not. And he wouldn't be able to do what you do, and that's what we needed to have, another guy that had the breadth of it, you know. I think. Now, it's over now. I mean, you know, they already made their decision, and that's why television's dead.
Yeah,
But
well,
the fact of the matter is that they got to name a ride after him. They're going to name a bicycle after me.
It was one of those things when all of the late night shakeup was going on. I was like, can this not happen 10 years from now? If we could just delay this a little bit.
Just
well,
a little bit.
I picked you out of the crowd years ago because you are brilliant. You're very smart and you're very funny, and I shouldn't say it ruins your act. But the thing here is to tell you that I said what I really did say. You didn't mention. I said you should be on television.
Yeah, you talked about me being a host on TV, which is something that 2 years ago I got my own show on Fox, and I hosted that for a season, and then I hosted a thing for FS1, and I've been doing more and more stuff like that, and we've got a couple more shows in the works. But Joey, the really important part is, whose jacket are you wearing?
This is the Masters jacket.
This is
when you play golf, you know.
You just stole it from Sergio Garcia.
I was just like, who is that size?
Oh no! This is only for the bit that I wanted.
Yeah,
I was like, the Masters tournament.
That's not tailored. There's no way that's tailored.
No.
It's the wrong color green.
But I'll tell you what's changed now, and you know it, is the peg pants. We're back to peg pants. Everybody's got peg pants. Nobody has the wide bottoms anymore. So you can't, older guys wear.
I just do the jeans, but I like the vest now. The vest that I'm doing is a new
vest works
is a
on
thing
you.
for me.
But
Thanks.
where do your legs like? I mean, not your leg, but
Yeah,
you got
we're
to
showing
have
this
the
on
thing.
camera.
The
I don't even know. I don't even know what a peg pant is.
if you have to get out of your
I've
pants.
never done this on air before. My leg up. For you listening on radio, it looks real weird. Real weird.
Well, I love having you on the show because I was out of material.
For how many years? No.
Take a break. 5. We'll be right back.
All right, let's play. Can we play a little clip of him as we go to the break?
Why do you keep wanting to push?
Because I want to.
Does he have an album on
It's
the market?
funny. It's very funny.
Well,
I
of
have
course it's
6
funny.
albums on the market.
But he's more funny in person.
All right, forget it.
What do you want to play
Forget-
something for?
Forget that. Forget it.
Why don't
Forget
you
it.
play the rerun of Beauty and the Beast,
Fine.
the original movie?
Fine.
Come on.
Oh, boy. The Late Joey Reynolds Show brought to you by Leap EDU, where real estate professionals and those who wish to be go for training and continuing education.
You need some.
I know. Be a part of the high dollar
Put
real
some
estate
paper
world.
under you and get some training.
Info at leapedu.com.
Social media is the marketing sensation. Every day there are
Oh, you gotta bring
1
Bobby
billion
in here
likes
now?
and tweets around the world.
Okay.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and others have taken over as the #1 form of communication. Take advantage of this phenomenon. Talk with tideinmedia.com about building a vital social media strategy. Go to tideinmedia.com. That's tideinmedia.com. They'll help guide your business through social media, web development, and marketing. Building your brand and taking your business to the next level is what Tide In Media does. Many of Tide In Media's clients have been featured on Fox News, People Magazine, MTV, and other top-tier networks. The most successful businesses are leveraging the internet. Follow in the footsteps of the late Joey Reynolds Show and visit tideinmedia.com. That's tideinmedia.com. Or call Tide In Media today at 844-373-8433. That's 844-373-8433. And tell them the late Joey Reynolds Show sent you.
You know, I tell you what, the My Pillow event is huge.
You got a pillow in your stomach.
I do, thank you. And have a party in my pants too.
Yeah.
But seriously,
What did Imus used to call you?
No, he would say. Imus used to say, "Roll tape and lose 100 pounds, you fat idiot." It was great. Anyway, the response has been really great to the 50% off the 4-pack offer, so they extended it a little longer. Okay, now I have the MyPillow, and my wife has it now. She's raving about it. She goes, "My God, I can't believe I'm actually sleeping for many hours a night," which she hasn't been doing for a long time. And we were saying that it's got to be the
She's
MyPillow.
trying to figure out the divorce.
I was like, what is wrong with your home life? Sounds like a great pillow, but you got to work on your home life.
Why? Everybody should be in divorce court then and have a MyPillow. No, seriously.
Come on, give the code and hurry
I'm
it
giving the code. All right, MyPillow.com, a 10-year warranty made right here in America, and we like that. Call 800-953-4107. That's 4107. Or go to MyPillow.com. Make sure when you order, use the promo code Reynolds, and they'll help you out big time.
You should buy 2 of them
Found
so
a
that you
true
can split.
variety
And the
show
mattress.
with Sunday Night Live, audio and video. It's the late Joey Reynolds Show.
Okay, we got Frankie Valli's brother,
younger
Bobby
brother.
here.
Yeah.
So Jay comes into me tonight. He says, well, Bobby's not trying to live off of Frankie's fame. Now, you know what? Listen to this, Bobby. This guy here and his wife have never missed a Frankie Valli concert.
We try not to.
Really?
They could lip sync.
We can. We do, actually. We do that.
That's
And now
fantastic.
you're gonna realize that Bobby has the same genes in that family, and he sings on his own. He doesn't. He's not really doing all of Frankie's songs, but he's got his own
He
stuff.
does. And here's a sample.
Why, thanks.
Let me play along the star. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
It's uncanny.
In other words, be true. In other words, kiss me.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it is
Isn't that
good. It is good.
So Bobby and I are friends, because for some reason I was friends with Frankie, but I like Bobby more.
Really?
Why, thank
Don't tell Frankie that.
What was on the old show?
That's right.
With Joey and Dave
Yeah.
back in the day?
We were good friends way long ago.
Long time ago,
Now Bobby's breaking through. He's opened a restaurant. He's got too much money.
Where's your restaurant, and can I eat there for free?
Well, I work all the time. I'm working at Lena's, and I'll be at La Palo's out in Glencoe.
That's not your restaurant, though, is it? La
No.
Palo's? You don't own that.
My brother owns a restaurant.
I didn't know
just
that.
kidding.
No.
Just performing.
Threw me off here.
I got to learn how to cook first, Joey. If I learn
Yeah.
to cook.
But you don't. Do you own a restaurant? Do you have
No.
one? Oh, I have that wrong then.
I
don't know.
also don't own a restaurant.
I don't either.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't even eat.
We all have a great deal in
I
common.
sing at them.
Yeah.
Do you do? Okay.
Quite a few, yes. Quite a few.
Well, where are you? You're from Jersey.
I live in Jersey, but I do a lot of traveling.
To Long Island?
Long Island, Pennsylvania. As a matter of fact, I just did a cable TV show out in California on the Adult Swim Network. It's called Decker. It'll be out in the fall.
I got billed for that.
Pardon?
I didn't even order it, and I got billed with my that
No, I
direct
do a lot
TV.
of
I just
traveling.
love the idea that like this is the Northeast version of traveling. Like the idea of like I do a lot of traveling. I go from New Jersey all the way to Long Island.
I know, it's
sometimes
really far.
Pennsylvania. Like we have such a small circle here.
50
like,
miles, that's
yeah,
it.
Be like, oh, do you ever go to the Midwest? No, I'm not gonna. No.
How about the traffic here?
Yeah.
The traffic is-
Well, that's why it takes just as long to drive to Long Island
Right.
as it does to fly to
Very good
Ohio.
point. Very true.
Have you been on one of Vincent's jets? Have you ever
No,
flown on the
no, I
private
haven't.
sky? Gulfstream.
You got to smell some more records.
As soon as you sell more
We're going to do a promo right away.
Well,
Really?
no. Vincent is an entrepreneur also. He has a recording studio, and he's an air. Yeah, I mean, he has airplanes.
That's a lot of stuff.
He's got his own Air Force.
Yeah.
You flew Trump, didn't you, for a while?
Well,
during the campaign?
we handle his airplane.
Yeah.
When he comes in.
So, I mean, that's a big job.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think. Good one. And Vincent has a wonderful family, nice guy, and you could probably get a free ride from him.
I
But
may
would-
have a gig in Florida. What do you think?
I'm
Let me
staying
know.
in Soho. Can you give me a lift?
See? Two of us.
I got an idea for you. You're 15 years younger than your brother. See me later.
Now you have a career and a half as Bobby Valli,
Yes, I have.
and you should have changed your name a long time ago. Should have been.
To like Kurt Valley?
Yeah, something.
How
like
about Rudy?
that. Rudy Valley.
Yeah,
Death Valley would have been.
The Valley?
51 years, overnight success. I'm doing this 51 years. Can you believe that?
And you played with the Duprees and people. I mean, all kinds of
part
acts.
of the Duprees.
Yeah.
I sang with Joey D and the Starlighters,
Right.
Dennis Yost and the Classics 4, with members of the Rascals.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of Nader shows.
Yeah.
And I was on the telethon with Tony Orlando. Did a PBS special.
One of the
Jerry
things.
Lewis.
One of the things I love that we were talking in the hallway before we came in. One of the things I love that you said to me was you were like, "Well, not world famous, but I make a living."
Right.
And that's something that so many people in this industry don't do.
Yeah.
Like,
You're so right.
And there are so many people in this industry who, and there are also a lot of people who don't realize how many entertainers there are that do that.
Yeah.
That comedians included, that there could be a comedian who works 52 weeks a year that the average person has never heard of, but they do a very good job. They do their thing, and they bang it out.
Sometimes they're political these days, and I don't know how good that is.
I love being political in my stand-up because I think that it's my choice to have done it, and if they come to see me, then they should expect what I do.
Yeah, but you have an opinion, of course, but
Two or three.
do you pick a party?
Oh, it's not about party; it's about person for me. It's about policy.
Yeah,
Don't go out the side door. No, just kidding.
My idea of a party is something at Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I don't.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Republicans and Democrats. So this show is not political. How about that for a change? Don't you love it?
It is good. It's not.
So Bobby Valli, where are we going to see you work?
I'm going to be out in Long Island.
Where?
In Glencoe, a place called La Palo.
Okay.
And on the 22nd of this month, I'll be at Lena's, then Mr. Bruno's. And it goes, if you check out my Facebook, we have an itinerary page. And
Go to
love for you to come see me.
bobbyvalley.com. Is that it?
No, Facebook. It's on Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, okay. And you, Vincent? We'll be able to see your daughter should be here one of these
Yeah,
times,
she's
wouldn't
coming up on June 4th, I think.
Yeah.
We'll have her
on
on
the
June
show.
4th. Good.
gonna
And
be great.
Steve Hofstetter?
Go to stevehofstetter.com and you can check out all my tour dates. 18 different countries this year.
And I thank you for being here tonight, you guys. You're all
My pleasure.
favorites, and I couldn't be surrounded by any better people than you. And I think if I had another hour on the show, I probably would have to kill myself. Just to get ratings. Let a smile be umbrella, don't get a mouthful of rain.